It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders on Thursday night primetime.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Second down, here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll get this up to the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And now it's 2nd down. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle. Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Throwing to start the drive, Daniels. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 more yards there and another first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. On the screen, this is Eckler. Fighting his way through contact. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On second down, Eckler. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 4-3 defense there did its job, funneled things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On 1st down, Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. It's caught on the right side at Smith. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Runs over him. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This pass finds McCaffrey going across the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Able to avoid him at the 40. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st down, Daniels. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now McManus for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Campbell. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. And they get it easily. A gain of 5 on 4th and 1. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Now it's Crowder. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Washington offense heading out.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't
miss it?
change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Daniels. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Finally, this defense makes a stand. They'd given up touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but here they said, we've got to put a stop to that. Good coverage there to force a punting situation and a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. They'll look to throw here. Complete, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Let's go, man. I bet you want it, boys. It's one play at a time, baby.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line.
Back to throw here.
Quick slant to Brown. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Offensively, pretty good execution. Long drive, chews up the remainder of the first half clock, and they finish it off with 3 points.
And what's the best byproduct of the whole thing besides the fact that they got points on the board? They didn't leave the other team any time to mount a drive themselves.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Now it's Crowder. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
On first down, Daniels. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Back to throw. Daniels. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. He'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Barkley, inside handoff. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They give it off here to the tight end. Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. First down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw.
Out route pass complete to Goddard.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get that complete to Albert O.
It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 4.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That is caught.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Barkley is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Okay, ready?
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6 now. Looking to throw. Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Running on first down, Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jordan Davis able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Throwing is Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Shifts by him. He's still on his feet. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, 71 yards. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, Doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
Ready up. Posse in the game.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Daniels. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A throw over the middle, taken in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw again. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Let's go do this. Let's get it done. Let's get it done.
Second and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Davis able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Eagles defense able to hold. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be. And that'll send them back to the drawing board.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
The Washington offense set to take over. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels.
Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Back to throw again. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Daniels. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Daniels. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever.